Soil is home for thousands of living organisms. Many of them are too small to be seen. All terrestrial and fixed aquatic plants, worms, many insects, and numerous types of microscopic organisms directly depend on soil for their survival. Others, we humans among them, are indirectly dependent on soil. Soil can be called the living skin of the earth. However, rapidly increasing human activity in various fields has led to the pollution of this important resource. Let's learn more about the importance of soil and the factors polluting it. Can you explain the importance of soil in human life? Soil contains many essential nutrients and soil organisms. If these useful components are removed from the soil, or if other harmful substances are added, the soil's natural constitution changes, and thus it is polluted. Let's take a look at how this important resource is getting polluted. We produce large quantities of garbage every day. The garbage can be biodegradable, such as kitchen leftovers, used paper, cotton clothes and garden waste, or non-biodegradable, such as plastic containers, glassware, and metal objects. Large portions of the garbage we dispose also contain e-wastes, or electronic wastes, and toxic wastes, such as used batteries and hospital refuse. The improper disposal of these wastes is one of the major causes of soil pollution. Non-biodegradable wastes do not degrade naturally and hence remain unchanged in the soil for hundreds of years, releasing harmful chemicals and polluting the soil. Did you know that a plastic bag can take more than 500 years to decay? When they have been thrown away, the toxic chemicals in plastic bags continue to pollute the soil as long as they last. If untreated sewage is released into open land areas, the impurities mix with the soil and affect its natural composition, thus reducing its quality. Various other human activities also result in the addition of harmful substances to the soil. Excessive use of chemical fertilizers pollutes the soil by disrupting its pH levels. For example, excessive quantities of sodium nitrate fertilizer make the soil too alkaline, and if too much ammonium sulfate fertilizer is applied, the soil becomes acidic. Insecticides and pesticides are used to destroy insects and other pests. However, if not used sparingly, they can destroy the useful organisms in the soil as well. The disposal of effluents and radioactive wastes from industries degrades soil by increasing its levels of toxicity. Gaseous and particulate acidic pollutants, such as the oxides of nitrogen and sulfur released from factories, mix with the pollutants present in the atmosphere. These pollutants combine with rainwater to form acid rain. When this rain meets the soil becomes acidic and unfit for crop production. Erosion of the upper fertile layer of soil is another cause of soil pollution. Owing to deforestation, heavy rains, winds and floods, the upper layer of soil is eroded to expose the less fertile soil which is unfit for production. Let's take a quick look at the various causes of soil pollution. Apart from damaging soil quality and affecting crop production, soil pollution has many other ill effects. Inappropriately treated waste releases harmful gases such as methane, which pollute the environment, constituting health hazards. The rotting garbage produces a foul smell in the surrounding area. When stray animals feed on rotten and harmful garbage, it can affect their health and sometimes lead to their death. Such places are also a breeding ground for insects. People living in such unhygienic areas run a higher risk of contracting diseases such as malaria or dengue. Garbage that has been improperly disposed can block the flow of sewage in drains. This is one of the causes of waterlogging. The stagnant water becomes a breeding ground for disease carriers such as mosquitoes and flies. Garbage dumped in water bodies and improperly designed landfills can pollute water sources. The chemicals sprayed over crops to improve yield enter our food chain when they get washed into water bodies or when animals consume the crops. When we consume the meat of these animals, the chemicals enter our bodies and adversely affect our health. To reduce the harmful effects of soil pollution, we need to make efforts to control it. You are now aware of the main causes of soil pollution. So can you think of ways to prevent or reduce it? Each one of us can help in reducing soil pollution by simply reducing the garbage we produce. We can do this by practicing the 3 R's. First, reduce the amount we throw away. For example, using both sides of the paper when writing and printing will reduce the amount of paper we discard. Second, reuse objects at home and at school. Once the contents of a jar or bottle are finished, do not discard it. It can be reused to store other items. Third, recycle goods such as paper, plastic, metal, and glass containers. Collect them and sell them to your local scrap dealer. Biodegradable waste from the kitchen and the garden can be used to make compost. A well-planned system for the disposal for solid and sewage waste should be developed. Farmers should reduce the use of chemical fertilizers by using natural fertilizers such as compost or biofertilizers such as blue-green algae or BGA. Anabena, a genus of blue-green algae, returns essential nutrients to the soil through the process of nitrogen fixation and also releases oxygen into the environment. Soil pollution can also be curbed by controlling the gaseous emissions from industries. These are some of the ways in which soil pollution can be reduced and this important resource can be conserved. Do you know what bioremediation is? During military operations and exercises, residues of RDX spill into the soil. Plants such as Arabidopsis are then planted in the soil because they absorb RDX residues. After a while, the plants are harvested, taking the toxic metals along with them. This process is known as bioremediation